It's me, Brian, and this is what I'm drinking tonight. I'm having 2 beers. I'm reviewing 2 beers at the same time, and you'll see why in a sec. I'm reviewing Alewerks Coffeehouse, which is a seasonal selection, I guess a seasonal brew. This was gifted to me by Superfan Jeff. And on the same token, I am reviewing Spiced Coffeehouse by the Alewerks Brewing Company in Williamsburg, Virginia. So I figured I'd try both of them at the same time and compare them, since they're both coffee house beers. So this beer is a rich milk stout brewed with Guatemala Antigua coffee. And this one is a milk stout brewed with locally roasted Antigua coffee, vanilla, cardamom, nutmeg, and cinnamon. So they both are milk stouts. They both are made with this Antigua coffee. However, this one has the spices. Now let's see if I can smell and taste the vanilla, cardamom, nutmeg, and cinnamon in this one. This one is 5.4% alcohol by volume, while this one is 5.4% alcohol by volume also. So let's crack them open. So I'm going to pour the regular coffee house into my new glass. Check it out, y'all. I went to a houseware store, Home Goods. You may have one in your neck of the woods. And I found this glass, along with a Stella Artois glass. This is a Guinness Extra Stout pint glass. And as expected, this is black as the night, the regular coffee house. Now on to the Spice Coffee House. It's in a can. And this one is black as the night also. So there you have it, folks. Coffee House and Spice Coffee House. You can notice the difference right away. This one has no head. The regular coffee house has no head. And the Spice Coffee House has a half finger's worth of head. Both about the same color. Smell-wise, coffee, less coffee. Coffee, less coffee. So it appears they have not only added spices, but they've removed coffee to this Spice Coffee House beer. I think I smell a little bit of the nutmeg in this. But it is noticeably not as coffee smelling as the coffee house. So let's taste them. So it's medium bodied. It's got a little bit of a bite to it. Not overly carbonated, but a little bit of a bite to it. A lot of coffee and some chocolate. That's what you're tasting with this one. Any boasting and bragging on this? No, it's not telling me what I will smell or taste. So, yeah, so coffee and chocolate with the regular coffee house. Now the Spice Coffee House. I forgot to say prost, my friends. I'll say it twice. Prost, my friends, for 2 beers. Less body, more watery than this one. The nutmeg and cinnamon does come out. I can smell a little bit of the nutmeg, but you can taste the nutmeg and cinnamon. Don't really taste the vanilla and the cardamom. Actually, I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was in there or not. I've never used that spice when cooking, although I have seen it in recipes. It has a little bit of a bite to it also. A little bit of carbonation, a little bit of bite on your tongue. A little bit bitter. So the Spice Coffee House, in my opinion, is more bitter than the regular coffee house. Now, time for judging. The coffee house, in its weight category, in its class, I give it a 75. The Spice Coffee House, I'm just gonna have to downgrade it. I probably get it about a 65. The reason being is that it is advertised as a coffee beer, but you don't get as much of that coffee taste. I think they, it feels like, and it tastes like they have replaced coffee with the spices. And I would have thought that they would just add spice to this one to make the Spice Coffee House. So clearly there's some different processing done with respect to the coffee. Now this does say locally roasted Antigua coffee. Now this bottle does not say that it's actually locally roasted. It actually says Guatemala Antigua coffee. So that may be the difference right there, that you have 2 different coffees when making these 2 different beers. So I might not be comparing apples to apples. However, when comparing these 2 in terms of taste, I prefer the regular coffee house rather than the Spice Coffee House. But different strokes for different folks. You may feel otherwise. If you have had either of them, please let me know. Like my video, put some comments down in the comment section, and subscribe. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you later, folks.